Good evening. I'm Natalie Harrison, and I'm delighted to welcome you here to the Claw Studio at the Royal Opera House. In tonight's Insight, we're going to watch dancers of the Royal Ballet in a rehearsal of Like Water for Chocolate. In fact, all the dancers you'll see this evening are debuting in principal roles for the up-and-coming performances. So for everyone here tonight, it's a real exclusive, a glimpse, as they prepare as it comes to the main stage on the 1st of October. Like Water for Chocolate takes its name and inspiration from the best-selling novel by Mexican author Laura Esquivel. It's an extraordinary novel set on a traditional Mexican ranch, combining stories of love, tradition, repression, magic, and revolving around a vivid and mouth-watering evocation of the powers of cookery and food. To tell us some more, please help me welcome dancers of the Royal Ballet, Ella Newton-Severghini, Amelia Townsend, and Jason Fowler, who is staging the ballet. Thank you for joining us. They are all at the moment rehearsing studiously all day long, so they have been in the studio all day and then have come for us here this evening as well. So thank you. Jason, the ballet is inspired by the novel published in 1989 by the author Laura Esquivel. It has a cast of characters spanning 3 generations and a narrative that covers a roller coaster of drama. Before we look at some dancing, could you give us a brief overview of the story that Christopher Wheeldon has distilled into this ballet?
Yes. So the story is centered around a family in Mexico, a mother, Elena, and her 3 daughters, Rosaura, Gertrudis, and Tita, the youngest. And in this Mexican tradition, in this story, it is required that the youngest daughter take care of the mother, never get married, and be with her mother until she dies. So in that regard, in this story as well, Tita grows up in the kitchen with sort of one of the cook, as it were, and her name is Nacha. And that's very elemental in her upbringing, and she sort of becomes the mother figure, as the mother Elena is not so warm and maternal as Nacha is. So Tita grows up in the kitchen. She's actually born in the kitchen in this story. In the original story, she cries so loudly in her mother's stomach that when the mother gives birth in the kitchen, the whole house is flooded with water, with tears. That wasn't very easy to show on the stage. We did think about that. We tried. We thought about ways of doing that. But anyway, so she falls in love with a boy named Pedro, who's a young boy close by, who's close to the family, who ends up proposing to her, and she says yes to him, but the mother will not allow that. So the story is very much about the struggle between the youngest daughter and the mother, and in doing so, we learn a lot about Elena's past. It's very reflective of her past, of her falling in love with someone that wasn't her husband, ends up having one of the daughters with him. And so it's sort of a journey through this family's life of growing up, different characters throughout in their village, and a bit of magic as far as we've got fantasy, we've got lots of fantastical elements as well, which is really quite lovely. And it goes through their journey, and it spans over like 20 years, and having kids. And Tita's Nacha, who brings her up in the kitchen, passes away pretty early, but she sort of becomes like an oracle throughout this whole journey. So we see her throughout the whole production, kind of teaching her lessons through her spirit. And all of the food that Tita makes in the kitchen, because she's required to make all the food for everyone, all the emotion that she has when she's cooking the food goes into the food. So whoever eats that food then feels that same emotion, and whether it be sadness, love, anger, passion, is what is represented through from her cooking. So we go on this journey of their life and Elena's past, and then the future, basically, to the end. And she and Pedro end up becoming together at the end. So, and going off into flames.
That's really helpful, thank you. Ella, you're making your debut as Tita in this first revival, and there are a few ballets where the heroine spends most of the story in the kitchen stuffing chilies and gutting chickens. So Tita's feelings are magically infused into her cooking, which results in startling effects. What has this character been like to delve into?
I mean, it's been a challenging but rewarding character. I suppose she sort of sits in this intersection of a reality and this magical realism. So that's been really interesting to translate into movement. As a character, she has this deep vulnerability, but also this deep defiance, which we see more as the ballet progresses and as she matures. So she's in a much more vulnerable state when she's young and childlike, and that's reflected in the movements and mannerisms. And then by the end, she's been on a whole journey and matured, and the sort of more defiant side has come out, and that's been really special to explore and translate into the movement.
There's a lot to like percolate and simmer there, isn't there? In a preparatory way, for not just the steps, but the whole story, the evolution, the arc you've got for her.
Yeah.
Amelia, you're making your debut as Nacha. Nacha is the driving force behind Tita's strong character. She's wise, empathetic, and teaches Tita the art and magic of cooking. Are you a good cook? That's not the question. What has it been like developing and interpreting this character?
I've really enjoyed the process of becoming Nacha. You know, Nacha's not just a cook, but she represents the mother that Tita didn't have. So yeah, I feel like usually I'm doing young, youthful roles. So this has been a new challenge to become more of a maternal character. And it's been really fun to step into this role.
And Jason, what's the atmosphere like in the rehearsal room at this point? I believe you go on stage. Is it next week or the following week?
The following week, yep. We've got this week, we have one more week in the studio, and then we're going to be on stage. So it's great. I mean, we're still, it feels like kind of like early days. We're still getting a lot of information out there. So the company, they're like sponges. So it's fun. You know, we've got 4 different casts at this point. So one cast has done it before. So for the other 3, it's been a lot of new information and a lot of information in a very short amount of time. But this company is very good at, I mean, there's no problem there with them getting information. They're extremely musical, very artistic. You know, we've been to other companies with productions that where you have to kind of like talk them through every single thing, and this company just gets it. They're very musical. They understand story. They understand storytelling in a very wonderful way, and they understand Chris's choreography as well.
They're well versed in Wheeldon.
The combination of all those things makes for like a really good product.
Fantastic. Well, I think they're all hungry to see some dancing, so I'll let you get on with it. Yes, so we have the both of you for this rehearsal now. Shall I take those from you because you won't want those? And oh, I'm so sorry, I have to introduce, we've got the wonderful Hannah Quinn on piano.
Okay, let's get some dough. Okay. So we'll talk a bit about the very, very beginning of this. Because at the very, very beginning, this table will be off the stage. And we've got 4 ranch worker women that are going to be rolling this on. This table has, sorry, Amelia. This table has brakes. So that's releasing the brake. The brake is on. We do lots of turning. This table represents many different things as far as the changing of time, the passing of time, when it turns, mixed with lighting and story as well, especially when Tita goes from being a very young girl into a mature teenager. You'll see the changing of time. And the music and lighting helps that as well. But this table is used in the prologue, a lot in the first act, is representative of different rooms within the house on the ranch. So when it's typically like this, it'll be in the kitchen, but there's other parts where we have it on an angle which takes you into, shifts your focus into a different part of the house. And we originally were doing this, 2020, the middle of February 2020, in this studio. Right here, and we worked on it for about 2 weeks, and then something happened, and we had to shut it down for a minute. But we kept coming back to it. But this original work has remained, like this original dough work, as we call it. And so we were trying to figure out a way. Oh, you already heard. I'm sorry. This is the hard part. It was so good. Elena will be coming out. She's going to be facing with her head to you on her back, and she's going to be giving birth for this moment, okay? She's wearing a dress. So this will be here, and she'll give birth, and it's up to Nacha to make this into a baby, okay? Amelia, you want to show us how you do that? Okay. This might be the hardest step in the whole ballet. So, because we're still working on this. Make a ball, up, around, and then, yep. And we like a little drape in the bottom from this. So we're trying to make like the head with her fist, with a hand, just like that, yep. So Elena will give birth, and she's got about, 10 seconds to make that happen? Yeah. So she'll walk around here, and Elena's not very interested in having this child because she's had 2 other ones, and she'll say, I don't have anything to do with that. She'll get up and leave. Tita will be hiding, little Tita. She'll be hiding underneath this burlap bag, yeah? So then she'll come around, and she will reveal and turn this into dough as Tita pops up underneath the dough, just like this. So we worked a lot with trying to figure out how to make this seem like dough, not just a piece of material, because it's very easy to just do that, make it look like a piece of material. But if you really work it, and you really pretend that it's dough, when you pass it, you don't just do that. When you pass it, you'll scoop it. You scoop it like that, like you would a piece of dough. So we spend a bit of time working on that. And they'll show you now. Okay? So should we just let you organize that and take it maybe just 2/8 before the reveal? Okay? So in theory, what we would like to do is that she'd like to be here. She's going to turn around. She'll whip the dough up. And if it's flat enough, then Tita pops up. And then she's revealed from there. That's it? So this is where Nacha is teaching Tita how to cook, obviously, from this bit. Okay? So how about 2/8 in, Hannah? Okay, and oops, nice, good. We're gonna skip that part. Sorry about that. This is she gave birth. Let's just say that she gave birth. 2 bits into Tita reveal. Thank you, and. 6, 7, 8, 1. This is the 8, 2 pull 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch. 2, 3, 4, leg 5, 6. Okay, all right, very nice, good. Let's go back and talk about a few things. Very nice, good. So the first one, the reveal, very nice. We have the kneading for this, that was nice, and then Ella's going to do her kneading. She's going to push it over as well for this, good. Now this wants to go, we're going to spread it out crossways. We're going to spread this way and then spread that way. She needs to work that dough. Then she can put the water, sprinkle some water in the middle of this. Now she's going to gather, bring it all to this side, and she wants to find a place where it's still in a ball to where she can just do her passes. Passe this way. She does about my envelope. She wants to get enough of that. So now right here, if we can just feed that arms, we have the whole back. Really melt, and then come up and over as well. That's right. Big rond. Cross this rond, and then we have some marching. Some more dough work. Then she wants to make her way to take the end of the table, and this heel wants to be this far off along this. Yep. So it really does want to come across the edge of that. There we go. So we have a bit of architecture with that, some tracing. Now this bit, yeah, this is tricky. We try to find where they both have the end, but they have to hold the middle here, and they have to transfer, hold the middle there, so we have enough to stretch that way. That's exactly right. Good. Stretching that dough. Nacha's going to come down again, big leg over. She needs to pass this bowl, and then she's going to come up. Lovely, and then we have our plop. Okay? Nice. How about 8 counts before plop? We'll just take it from the plop. We'll go on from here. Okay, so you can see that we've got bowls, okay? They have to be strategically placed, and you'll see in a minute we have some bowlography, okay? All right, 8 counts before plop, please, Hannah. And 5, 6, 7, 8, plop. 2, Very nice. Let's stop right there. Lovely, ladies. Thank you very much. Good. So we have lots to work with, right? She has to make sure that this Velcro isn't stuck together too much in her pocket for this blindfold so that she can take it out and get it wrapped around her eyes, hopefully. If not, Ella can move it in the right place for that bet, okay? That's okay. It happens. So these bowls, this is very nice going through here. On the part where you put the blindfold on, and you take her to do the down and up. Can we have more of a down and up? So she's going to go down and up, and down and up. That's exactly right, and then up here, right? Now, for this next bit, this is very signature. Let's move those balls. Where do we have this one on that side? We're going to have, for the beat, 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 flex, pull. She's going to do beat, beat, flex, pull. Good. So when we try this, we do the beat, beat, flex one of them first, then a definite flex of the other to pull it down. We want tension to come through. So we do beat, beat, flex one, flex the other. That's exactly right. She's going to do the same thing. Take your time. Beat, and flex, and pull down. There we go. Back to back. And then she's got a lot of time to take this. She's going to feed her for here. She's going to place the bowl back. She wants to pull this heel all the way around. Almost then I can see the sole of that shoe coming around Ella's. Here we go, yeah. Because those people on that sideline want to be able to see that as well. She's going to come off. She's going to take some spices. She's going to say, smell the spice. And Tita's going to say, no. Too strong for me. And then up and around for the next bit. Very nice. She's pulled down the table. And then she turned the base over. Lovely. That's down. Good. Come down the table. Now, Ella's going to take a step away from the table here with enough space so that Amelia can have at the end of the table another pull with the heel, hook that, and then come back and around. Very nice. Can we do that section one more time? And on both of those heel pulls, really don't give it away. Let us see that we have the heel coming in, and then you react that way a little bit more. So you have to actually kind of like really do it. Should we go from plop again? Plop again. Let's get the blindfold out. Let's get our bowls in the right place. Left hand. All right. 8, and is your blindfold ready? In your pocket? Fab. Okay, good. Just making sure. Here we go. Thanks, Hannah. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull in 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hook on 9. Pull 10. Pull a 1 and then 2. Going on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, very nice. Okay, thank you very much. Good. Let's do a couple of things on that. Ooh, have a go. So just take her on the 1. She's really going to turn you. And you want to take your right foot and turn back this way. Put weight on it with a twist on 3. Good. And then turn on 4. Now travel, huge travel here, huge travel in the ballet as well. Can we have soutenu, ballet travel to here? Yep, the big steps out. I think we could just do this with music. We have Aiden. Yeah, have another go. One more thing. After we do the run back, can you rest your arm underneath her arm? There we go. That's right. So now we're hooked. Go into the next bit. We go here. We go heel in and out. Now here. Now we want to get that weight out. Ooh, let's figure that out. Yeah. I think that we realized to instead of being so side to side, we can almost kind of face and then let her weight go out a little bit sooner. She's going to face you more than you're going to face her. So I'll go here more. There we go. And then Amelia can drive that. There we go. That's better. Back and around. Now we need to go and 5 and a 6 and a 1, 2. Back on 3, go 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8. Very nice. How about we do that? 8 counts in. Thanks, Hannah. And 2, 5, 6, and a 1, 2. Back on 3, 4. Big step. 5 and T. Thank you very much. Okay, well done. Thank you.
We have more dancing coming. So actually, Ella, would you like to catch your breath? Jason, you stay with me.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Amelia. And could you join me in welcoming Francisco Serrano, soloist with the Royal Ballet?
Hello.
So Jason, this ballet is the ultimate visual feast, blending realism with the supernatural through movement, music, light, and props to recreate this world, the world of this novel. There's so many additional elements that must pose some challenges when staging a production like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. Bob Crowley's design is it's got an abstract element, but within the abstract element is obviously lots of illustrative elements as well, right? We don't want to be too on the nose about things, but you have to in telling a story of ballet. I mean, I don't have to, but we do in this one, which is helpful. We have a contraption that Mother Elena wears when she passes away and her ghost comes back, and she arrives on, I guess it's about this tall. It's a giant dress, and it's metal rings, big metal rings. It's got a staircase that she steps up into it, and she's hooked into it. She's belted in. It's weighted depending on each of the dancers' specific weight because it's able to bend forward and bend side a bit and back. And so it's able to like go this way and backwards. When you've got 5 men underneath a big silk pushing this thing around that's on wheels. So they must wear steel-toed shoes because you've got bars, you've got wheels. They have to be able to look at glow-in-the-dark dark tape on the floor to see where they're going because they're under a black silk, and they have to push her around at a pretty quick pace. So that requires some work, of course. We have a flying element at the end of the ballet. Tita and Pedro sit on sort of like a saddle apparatus on a bed that's hooked up with a rope, and they have to put their hands through ropes, and they're clipped in, and that rises up off the floor pretty high, which we'll get to do next week. Try that. At Mother Elena's wake, she's in a coffin, but it looks like a picture of her, but the coffin ends up opening this way. So the dancer that does that has to stay in there for about 4 minutes while other stuff is going on. So if you're claustrophobic, have fun. But we have ways of working through that.
We're all bells and whistles on this one.
Yeah. Flames at the end and everything. Projections, a few tables that are moving. So yeah, we've got a live guitarist on stage, we've got an opera singer.
And the sort of dream team of Wheeldon, Bob Crowley, Joby Talbot, we've seen them innovate and drag narrative ballet to this exciting place that we're now seeing dancers graduate into these roles. And I suppose, like you were saying, how versed this company is in that is because of the groundwork done in the repertoire here, that they understand the sort of storytelling in all this.
I think so, and also it's like this company has a history of doing their work, and they understand the work, and they really take it on to be their own. They're very proud of it, I believe. I think everyone in the building is, which is really wonderful. It requires a lot of work from everyone, and when it all comes together perfectly, it's just a seamless production.
And all those elements that are involved in this production, it's a real show, isn't it? You know, yes, it's a ballet, but it's a show as well, so it's exciting for the artist to be involved. Francisco, it's a debut. You're performing Pedro in this run. Pedro is a complex character who is caught between his romantic feelings for Tita and his own desires and flaws. What have been the challenges you have found interpreting this character?
I would have to say, I think he definitely made choices out of passion and love. But I think a lot of things happen in the ballet which I maybe haven't experienced. So, I mean, it's exciting but challenging going through, trying to find those emotions like within myself. A lot, like it's a long, timeline, long story arc. So, yeah, I think kind of going through all those stages of life is definitely going to be a challenge. But, yeah, exciting. Got a nice team behind me, so, yeah.
Nice to get your teeth into. Did you watch Pedro being created a few years ago here and think, I would love to have a go at that or see a piece of yourself in it? Or was this the sort of surprise casting where you go, oh, great, I get a chance to be him?
Yeah, I actually was injured. I was in the process last time, but then I got injured. But as the casting came out, I obviously did some looking. I looked at some videos and did some research, and just I was really excited. I saw there's a series actually that they made on HBO, and I kind of just did some research, and it was interesting. So very excited to kind of dive into that for sure.
Well, great. Would you like to introduce for us what you're about to rehearse next?
Yeah, we're actually going to carry on from where we just left off. This first pas de deux is going to be with Pedro and Tita as children, and then we'll go on to them as adults within the same scene of the prologue, the beginning of the ballet. So we're kind of using the prologue as the first 18 minutes or so to really tell as much story as possible. This ballet has a tremendous amount of story, lots of little scenes, and almost like you're watching a play with dance in a way. If you know the story, you know that there's a lot going on. So we're trying to give you as much information that's not overwhelming in a short amount of time. So the first thing that we'll see is them dancing as kids. So.
Great. Well, we'll welcome back Ella, and we have Francisco and Hannah Quinn on piano again. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Shall we just take it from... You don't want to dance with that? How about we take it on Reach on 5? Yeah? Hannah, do you know where I am, Reach on 5? That's kind of where we left off, yeah? And... good, very good, you two. Very nice, good, good, good. That's great. I don't have a lot to say, actually. I mean, I have a lot to say. The hardest part of this pas de deux is when he has to go through the table, especially when you're as tall as Francisco is. So he's good here, and good. Thank goodness there's a little bit of padding for this, but yeah, it's a bit of a scary moment. Yeah, good. So let's say you came through. Let's say you already came through. Yeah. For this. So we have a bit of a play, obviously. There, yep, sees her. She comes down to the floor. She tucks in. 5 and a 6 and a 7, swing around 8. Now, on this, he's going to offer his hand. She takes it. Now, she wants to give him a little bit of weight so that the next thing gives ba, 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 ba. And then we're up, a bit of a kick, and around. And then you've got someone, a chencha, which is sort of like a helping hand of the ranch. Is going to be here, right? So we do a bit of this. 1 and a 2. You're going to go on 3. You're going to go 4. You're going to go 5. She's going to go, and he wants to come straight down center. And then chencha comes up. A little bit of a kiss, thank you. And then around for the next bit. Now we have table work, okay? So, gotta go up on and a 1, swing on 2, 3, 4, over 5 and a 6, 7. This is strawberry. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over, past the strawberry, go. There we go. All right, nice. And bye. Nice. So we've got chencha and Nacha within that scene as well. So we've got a berry. We're passing that. We've got him going his legs over, Nacha going underneath. Lots of traffic for that bit. So very good, you two. Good. Take a breath. That's good. We're going to the next one. Okay. All right. So at this point, Mother Elena and the 2 sisters will be coming in for this moment. Tita will come center at one part, and Mother Elena picks her, is looking for her, picks her out, and puts her in a corset, which is reflective of her control over her. Okay, so it's going to be a corset moment. So this is placed on the table. This is our practice corset. So she, at one point, it has to be placed there at a certain count. Someone comes over, and she places it on her, and she has a moment where she's pulling the straps, which is indicative of the control that she has over this specific daughter, okay? So Tita is placed in the corset, up on the table, and we have a time passage of this table rotating to show that they're later, now that they're gonna be, now they're teenagers, okay? So take the corset off, and we'll just start at the end of the time passage, and this is before he's gonna come on. This is gonna be a 6 and you coming on for the 12. For the coupe jetés? Okay. Thanks, Hannah. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2, down, 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 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 6, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, we meant to do that. Good place to stop. All right. This one's tricky. It's a bit of a washing machine with all the different changing of weight and your directions as well. So from here, Ella, when you come through here for the first flick and you go out for here, can you snake that in, and can we have it go into and around to the same? Go, snake in and go, France. Up, 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 down. That's nice. Good. So we're connecting those 2 steps. Yep. And then on this from here, can we get a little bit more of a travel? Think of like skipping a stone across the water. Mm-hmm. And around. Pa. Wait, back. Good. And then we go up and over. There we go. Yeah. Good. So we have lots of travel. We've got some force here. And then at the very end of it, slow that down so you can go right up and over for those 2 knees, 2 flexes, and then come down. Okay? When we come down from that, she has a bit of a lasso here. Yep. Take step into him, go all the way down the arm, from the shoulder to the wrist. Stay in contact with the hand until you can't any longer before you do that turn. That's right. Good. Can you try that going down the arm at the end of it? Don't bring it too high, Francisco. A little bit lower so that she's got that line. length and around and go. Whoops. Really get yourself solid on that. Try it again. Go 1, down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 to 7. Stop right here. Okay, so the next thing, this is very crucial to know exactly where her toe is going to go for this turn. Because if she's too far downstage from his knee, she's never going to make that cartwheel without having him struggle too hard. So if she wants to go right here, and depending on the length of the dancer and their proportions, is how far she wants to be away from him for this next part. So she wants to go just below his knee, like that. She goes up for the piqué turn, and then up and over for the cartwheel. Lovely to there. He turns on his knees, and we're there, and up to arabesque. That was lovely. Yeah? Okay, how about we get into the, should we take it from the 6? Or getting into the 6? Straight on the 6. No, actually, after that. After they do the 2 knees up, 2 legs up. And perfect. 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, push 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo! There we go. Nice. Good. Great moment. Good. That's very nice. When you're coming out of this moment to the arabesque, take a step more around. We have to push right here, push around the corner to get you around even more. See how you came flat? Can you come more towards the table on that rond de jambe? Around and go. There we go. Now we're set yourself up for this. He's going to place his foot before you come in, Ella. There we go. For the 6, okay? Can we have this 6? Right here, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? You know where I am, Hannah? Ready, and 2, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, and down 2, turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, and 4. Down, to the down. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, good, very good. All right. Tricky lift. Lights. We haven't done with these lights before. Good. That was very nice. Can we look at some, let's look at some angles on this coming down. So do your bell lift, 1 and a 2. You go 3 and a 4. She goes away, ba, come through. Now come, right, come through this way, come downstage, and then come this way again for your, so you get 3 different. So you're gonna come this way, this way. So she does her first one. She goes there, come down, go downstage. Yes, you're come this way, and then come this way, because you're gonna come downstage next, so that we're here for that. Makes sense? First one, second one. Try that. We do point and a point. First one, here, go downstage, and then, oh wait, that's better. And then across, up, around. That's nice. Huge rond de jambe, going around. Back and around here, and head up, and then come through, switch, and round. There we go. Very nice. Good. Yeah? Should we take it from bum, ba-dum, bum? Okay. Good job, you two. Can we have this 6 end, please? This is right from the push. Here we go, and. Two, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah. Great job. Good job, you too. Thanks. Okay. See you. Have a good night. All right. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Sure. Yeah. You're good.
We're going to welcome back Amelia.
So this is a bowl of icing. I see there's a little pocket in there for the spoon if you need for that. And so at the end of the prologue, Mama Elena has required that Pedro marry the oldest daughter, Rosaria. And he does so just so that he can be near Tita, which is pretty devastating for Tita. And also, in addition to, Mother Elena makes Tita make the wedding cake for their wedding. And she cries tears, her sad tears, into this icing. And, well, everyone ends up eating the icing at the wedding, and you'll see what happens. Not tonight, but when you come see the show. At the end of this, at the end of the prologue, Nacha sends Tita away to go to bed. She's going to taste this icing, and then she's going to have emotions herself. So I think we're going to move this back a bit because they do end up moving this table back just before your solo. So let's give you some room. Okay. I'll get rid of these. Not that it matters, but Hannah, we're going to take it from those descending notes that we talked about earlier, and this is when you're going to be sending Tita off in the arm from the hug, okay? So the beginning of this is a bit tricky because there's lots of great percussion instruments and there's a lot of stories. So typically what we'll do for these moments where there's not like a specific melody is we'll have the conductor watch the dancer start a specific step. And sometimes with Joby's music, it literally says this flute or whatever it is being played freely. So we're listening to under percussion, strong lower notes, things like that to kind of get us on until we hear the melody. So we'll take it from those descending notes, okay? And we can just kind of it's been a minute since we've touched this solo, so it's a bit of a refresh. Okay. Okay, let's stop right there. Very nice. Very nice. Great. Good, good, good. Great place to go. This apron, let's just put this apron underneath when you take that off, okay? Yeah. And then you're gonna take the bowl here and you're gonna turn this way and you're gonna look and see so that we know this was Tita made this. And then you can come over, place it down, icing, take it, and then we see icing go down your throat. And then we start to churn because it starts to do its magic in your stomach, come forward, and then we'll have a push. And this is going to be from a rondeggiant going back and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Low note's going to be boom. Give that a hot second before you go boom, 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 boom. And a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 5. Here, this is a reach, point up, and point down, and then we're coming in, and we're gonna go and up, and here. This is gonna go and attitude, bourrée, and attitude, and cross. And this one's to go here. It's almost like you're getting your head going under. And then we're gonna go down, pockets, stirring for this bit. And over for the next bit. Yeah, let's just do that again. All right. So let's do the same place. We can get it going just a little bit sooner. I think we got a little bit late because of just turning and going. Okay? And turn to your left. For Tita. And back to Tita. Is the icing? It's going down your throat. Come forward 2 steps. And she'll see you for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, passez. And ceci, and a 2, bourrée, and a 2, and cross, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back on 5, and 6, and 7. Seesaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, under 5, 6, 7, 8. Back 1. Push 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, push and go, collapse. 6, 7, arabesque. 1, 2. Okay, very nice. Good, Amelia. Really good. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah. Good. From this first one, have this continue. So then you drop this left one. Boom, dun, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the hard step. When you point shoe on one leg, and you have to do turn in and out, and then go down. These arms go down behind, down the leg, and then you're here for another boom. Okay? These hands go up and over. You go in to out, and you go down. Good. T, 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 and backwards, and backwards, and backwards. Seesaw and up, we do rond, rond, t, 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 chug, and back here. Now from here, leave this, go around, and your head ducks underneath. Whoa, that big fan. There we go. Basket, basket. Sail, ta, 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 and then up. Now turn to the back and push down and around. There we go. Good. Shoulder, shoulder. This is nice. Then we come forward. Take your time for this flick. eagle, back. 4 counts. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 7 and 8 and a 1, 2 and a 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 T. And you've got 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 and a 6, 7 and an 8 and a 1. Here we go. Let's just look at this breakdown. After that, yeah? We go down to the floor with our fingertips. Yep. And you go toes. Toes, flip it. Good. And then you're going to do elbow break, foot, knee, and fall down. Right? Good. Then up and over. Cross this, and then struggle. Cross this and struggle. Very nice. At this point, her ghost lover, her ex-husband, or ex-lover, comes in. And they're going to have a moment of walking back towards the table together. They're going to look here. He's going to look this way. They're going to walk up. This is gone. And he's going to place her on the table. He's going to do a little motion, go over, and he's going to go along the back here. And Nacha takes her heart, and we go to blackout. And she's gone. But she's not gone forever because she keeps coming back. Thank you, Amelia. Well done. Very good.
Thank you so much, Amelia. We have one more rehearsal to share with you this evening, which is Tita's sister, Gertrudis, danced by Mariana Sembenhoy, and the lead revolutionary, danced by Daichi Ikarashi. Be there? Sorry, excuse the smoke and mirrors of our table exiting. Welcome, thank you. Mariana, Gertrudis must be such a fun character to dig into. She encapsulates freedom, independence and passion. Can you tell us a bit about what it's been like to take on this role?
It's truly been a journey for me. I was fortunate enough to cover the role last time, and this time around I'm doing it, and I'm extremely excited. And of course, there is an arc of the character, and there is a story to tell. She starts from being a playful kid, obeying her mother, and then she goes into running off with the lead revolutionary. She was, after eating the food that Tita prepared, she was in the middle of the message that Tita sent to Pedro, which made her run away from home, and then eventually she became the leader, the general of the Revolutionary Army, which was an extremely proud moment for her. So there is definitely a lot to discover within the role, and to be able to portray all the details of this role is a true honor for an artist, and this will definitely stay with me and help me throughout my career.
I think the beauty of Insights also, I think you'll agree, is seeing the detail and all the choreography with all that you mentioned, with the production that comes around it, that sort of is the full product. But what we're seeing is the wonderful nuance in the technique and the choreography that is telling the story down to every finger, knee, elbow movement. So there's a lot for you to gather here for these roles, with the longevity of the story, the character, and all the dancing. Daichi, this is the same question to you, because these are such vibrant, flamboyant characters. It must be really fun to play them.
Yeah, so I remember when this was my first creation was Like Water for Chocolate, and I was watching César doing this role, and my first impression was, wow, this is so cool. And actually, I'm really happy and grateful that I can challenge this role. And also, Mariana, we know each other since first year upper school. We were in the same year, so also happy that we can dance this role together.
That's lovely. Jason, what are we going to see these two dance? What scene are we?
We're going to watch the campfire scene. This is Act 2. And this is really probably one of the biggest dancing scenes in the entire ballet as far as the numbers of people. It's extremely powerful. It's really got wonderful music. A live guitarist comes on stage. It's very dramatic in its storytelling as well, but the physicality is really fun. The music is huge. It's a really fun part. And might I say also that Mariana was part of our guinea pig situation. So when Kristen and I came in to mess around with steps and just trying to figure out the style, the aesthetic for this, we were able to use some dancers. And how old were you then? Yes, anyway, she was probably my age. So you've been on from the beginning. I've got videos of Mariana as a young one. So it's exciting to see this. It's really fun.
Great, well, let's see some. So here's Gertrudis and the lead revolutionary.
Okay.
I'll take that for you.
Did we say an 8 in? We did? You two good with an 8 in to your first bit? Yeah? Okay. All right, so let's just start it and see how it goes. Here's 8 in. And. For a second. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so the beginning for this, and around. Let's have more of an accent on the one for that, going around. Ba, ba, da, da, da. Yeah? Let's look at this. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7. Okay, right. So on this lunge, can we give a little bit more of a travel on that? That's right. Pa, and then up and over. On that up and over, lunge here. Can you be off your leg for that passe coming around? Off your leg, there we go. And then for this, good, off the leg, and then ha, ha, instead of ha and ha. Ready, go, and ha, ha, ha. There we go. That's right, nice. Find those accents. Going on from there. Let's go on to the next bit. Coming up and over. Okay, so if you remember, I think, Mariana, you were original in this, really sweep and sweep. So we're closing and opening. Ready, and we go, whoop, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, whoosh. Then we have horse step, whoosh, whoosh. There we go, nice. Flip, there we go. Good, good, good. Let's come back and try that again with lots of ha, ha. Give it some spice. Find the accents and all of that. Yeah, I think we could pick this up a little bit. Here we go. And. Nice. Good. Use that space. Got dancers all around a huge semicircle, so that the two of you can really eat up all of that space. It's just the two of you, right? Good. Very nice. Shall we go on to the next section? Okay. This is going to be from the drop. I'm going to go from the drop. Mama Elena's drop. At this moment, Elena's ghost has visited us, visited Tita in this scene. And she's very dramatic. She's got this dress right there. And she's got a very dramatic, bright orange wig that goes off to the the side and some really crazy makeup, and we got some doubles. So she arrives over here, and then a double arrives over there and over there as well. She makes her way through the crowd to haunt Tita. And at one point, some men lift her up. We call this the volcano, because she's on someone's shoulders, and we have dancers all the way around in this formation around, just kind of like pushing her up. She's going to drop down and hide in the middle of them and then escape. And then she'll enter in that huge giant dress that we were talking about, which is really fun. But this is going to be from the volcano drop. Yeah? And... I call this the shotgun. Here, when he goes around, can you just give a little bit of that in the next thing? Yeah, just a little bit of this moment. He's not going to, because he's got to see where he's going. But you can a bit for that, yeah? Good. Good turns on that. Daichi, can you catch her on the way up and not as she's coming down on that left? Yep, so she's going to go flip, catch, and get her just around a little bit quicker for that bit, yeah? And then the same thing we talked about, which is really nice, the two of you traveling. I just want you to be on the same perfect angles for all that bit. Sometimes someone opens up a little bit. Right here, Good, and reach that leg. Nice, good. Yeah. Are you taking a step after that lunge? After the lunge, here, and then lunge, here. That step, that's right. So back up the diagonal, okay? There we go. Can we do that one more time? Close out this insight. Thanks, Hannah. And... Thank you. Well done. Good job of breath for the evening. That's all right.
Well, thank you so much to our dancers this evening, and I think you'll join me in wishing them well for their exciting debuts that are coming very soon. And sadly, that is all we have time for. So thank you to the dancers. Thank you to Jason for all his hard work this evening, and Hannah on piano. Like Quarter for Chocolate opens on the main stage here at the Royal Opera House on the 1st of October, and you can find tickets at the website. Thank you for joining me here in the Claw, and for all of you around the world at home. Hope you've enjoyed this insight. Good night.